if you're a more discerning user, as you heard the MC talk about, you could actually be experiencing an Uber Black or a very, very differentiated Uber Pet service. In fact, India is one of the few countries where almost every mobility product line that Uber offers is already live. Not only as a market, we see India as a strategic innovation hub. What we build in India often has relevance in multiple geographies globally. Examples for the last few years have been introducing things like Cash way back in 2015, which we then took global, to services like Intercity, services like Uber Shuttle, and more. And these continue to be innovations which we iterate, test, build in the market, and which then find a globally relevant and a very, very warmly receiving audience. Another theme which has been incredibly special for us over the last more than a decade has been the theme around public-private partnerships. If you look at our history in the market, we have always been bold and courageous to make sure that we partner with different cities. At the end of the day, it's a business which is bits and atoms. We operate in the physical world. We partner with smart cities. We partner with local state government agendas to see how we can combine the technology and the experiences which we have to make our cities better. Today, the announcements which we'll make are a continuation of that belief. We are very, very honored to have with us partners from DMRC, Dr. Vikas Kumar, from ONDC, Shri Sanjeev, Vibhor, and many, many other partners across the board. What we unveil today is a step towards a next level of innovation where we are going to embrace the public-private partnership and truly hope to make that a gold standard for how we can solve for core urban mobility challenges together. And this is just a start. It's not just about mobility. It's truly about partnering and co-creating with India's famed and almost enviable digital public infrastructure. We believe India's future on commerce, on mobility, is going to be 100% digital. And that will help us solve problems of population scale which haven't been done anywhere else. We'll be able to combine technology solutions, developments in AI, and the local entrepreneurial spirit and public digital infrastructure of the kind which is already live to create solutions which we think will truly help us leapfrog some fundamental population scale challenges. We are privileged to have with us today Uber's Chief Technology Officer, through the week spending time across multiple cities, starting from here. And I'm going to hand over the stage to him shortly after for you to hear from him how he's thinking, how the global leadership at Uber is thinking of making this digital future a reality.
Now, as the video says, we are really excited to launch Delhi Metro on Uber on ONDC, right? And this is first of our integrations with ONDC, many more to come. But we are also going to launch 3 more metros across the country before the end of the year. And this is going to form the foundations for Uber to be able to replicate this tech, to be able to launch much more things on ONDC. And as the video says, right, what you can do as an Uber user, you're able to hop onto the Uber app and book your metro ticket with the QR-based system experience, and then and you will be able to pay with UPI. It's an exclusive UPI payment. And the most important thing which I'm very excited about, as you know, Uber is about different modes of transportation. You're able to avail moto, auto, car, shuttle, and now with the Delhi Metro, it kind of like fulfills the whole ecosystem. And this true multimodal transportation is now possible that we are able to offer to our consumers. And see, one of the visions for Uber is able to make affordable mobility options and meet the riders with the price points that they're able to afford. And here are some of the products that we have, right, which is starting from moto, you're able to zip through the traffic and get to the place you want faster, or use the auto to to go to your local marketplaces, or you have a car for a comfortable ride, or you take an Uber shuttle to a bus to commute to your offices and so forth. And now we are able to fulfill the metro in Delhi. And this is truly a tech-enabled multimodal transportation mobility options, and that is going to happen in the capital city, right? It's a true example of it, and this is going to scale across India as such. And quickly for us, as a vision that we talk about at Uber is, you should be able to go anywhere and get anything. And going anywhere is with the all the modes of transportation I talked about, going from point A to point B seamlessly with the mode of transportation that you want. And get anything is get anything and everywhere, right? And to that effect, what I'm going to talk about is what are we doing in get anything in India. We have a product called Uber Courier, right, which is an intra-city product. It's a consumer product. A consumer is able to send or receive parcels in a city in an on-demand basis, right? And this has been growing really fast. We are now in like 25 cities and growing 50% year over year. About 5 million consumers have already used this product. And recently, we also launched something called as Uber Courier XL for heavy shipments and so forth. So delivery network in India and delivery logistics is actually growing rapidly, right? And what more than ONDC who can help blitzscale this faster? To that effect, we are also announcing that we are going to integrate into ONDC network to launch B2B logistics. Now, B2B logistics is about a business. B2B logistics is about a business who are able to request on-demand logistics on Uber network, and they are able to, and without having their fleet on their own, right? Imagine like everybody having their fleet. That's not possible for small merchants. Now, we are also able to give earning options to our 1.4 million earners on our platforms, and we truly intended to ONDC to make this democratized and scale, and it's going to come very soon. And with that, I'm going to wrap, but my closing thoughts are these kind of like integrations are like amazing synergies that's possible between public and private, which was never possible before. And we are launching Delhi Metro, and we're going to launch 3 more metros by end of the year, and B2B logistics coming across. And truly, it's possible only because of digital public infrastructure like ONDC. And what we want to do is we want to contribute and be part of it and do much more integrations of this fashion. And we're just getting started. Before I start, I just want to say that I come to India often, and every time I come here, I learn something, and I take back something, and I build it, and usually it works. First in India, and then we scale it globally. And that's only possible if you come in and actually experience the products and people here. And what gives me advantage is that I grew up in India. So I deeply understand India and the India ecosystem, and I'm really proud to make people in India move with our tech in a meaningful way. Now, before I proceed, I just wanted to give you a glance of who is Uber from a global sense, right? We have 3 big businesses. One is Uber Mobility that you guys are all aware of. The second is Uber Eats, that is the delivery platform. And the third is Uber Freight, this is the freight platform. And we are operating in about 70 countries with about 15,000 cities. And we have about 8.5 million earners on our platform. Earners are the drivers and couriers. These are the folks who are coming to our platform to earn money. This is across the world. And we have about 170 million active consumers on our platform. We do 34 million trips a day and 8 trillion transactions. Let's just give you a scale of our operations across the globe, including India. And when it comes to India, right, India is an incredible market where it's so diverse in nature. It's a dynamic market. And we operate in about 125 cities, and we have about 1.4 million earners, these are drivers, on our platform. And just last year, we did about 1 billion trips just in India. It's just incredible scale that India offers. And for me personally, as a tech person, right, these are great business tasks, but as a tech, these are all great challenges that poses to me as to how I'm going to operate the business and how I'm going to scale it, right, in a reliable manner, right? And to do that, we need a lot of innovation to happen. And I'm proud to say that most of the innovation is happening right here in India. And India Tech Hub, which is we have it in Bangalore and Hyderabad, is our second largest tech center outside of US. And we've had this tech hub since 2014 or so. So it's been a long time since we've been building here, right? And we build core infrastructure, core platforms, core products that actually works here. And then we take them and also build them, that scale them globally. So we're incredibly proud, and the only reason why this is possible is because of the incredible talent in India, right? And we're deeply invested in India. And the emerging AI stuff that's happening, the revolution that's happening, we're able to leverage that and build it in India as well. Now, there's another thing that's happening in India which I'm really excited about, which is our digital public infrastructure, right? It's incredible how we have the country has invested in this infrastructure, and it's not something new, right? This has been happening for years. With Aadhaar card serving about 1.4 billion people, it's incredible scale. And second is the UPI payment, we revolutionized the payment infrastructure and digitized it. And now ONDC with the commerce. It's an incredible work that's been happening here. And last year, our CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi, came here, and he understood how this whole digital infrastructure is actually scaling. He was very impressed, and he came back, and he really wanted us to engage really deeply in here in a meaningful manner. And he explained how he was able to get his own chai by paying with UPI, and he's also spent time with Mr. Nandan, who is a big evangelist of this program, right? And through that, we are also signed an agreement that we will be leveraging the ONDC to launch some products. And today we are here to match our words with actions.
You all understand a bit of Hindi also. Prabhjit ji ne abhi kaha कि we are very excited. So are we. In fact, every Indian should be excited about this partnership. It is the beginning of something which I think will be in the annals of history, and probably we will be doing something really great. In fact, when I met Mr. Naga, my heart swelled with pride that a company like Uber, which is a multinational, international company and very tech-driven, and who is at the helm of Uber in terms of technology, it is an Indian. That is a matter of great sense of pride. And in fact, 2 days back, we had a meeting in Sydney, and there I met Mr. Kunal Bahal. Some of you would be knowing him as he is one of the top founders of India. Snapdeal you must have heard. Unicommerce also you must have heard. In fact, they had a very good IPO last year. And he is also a participant of ONDC network. So I asked him, whenever I meet someone who is involved in ONDC, and in fact now we are looking forward to take the legacy of Mr. Kosi, who has done great service to ONDC, and now Mr. Vibhor is there. And I am very sure that we will take up ONDC to a place which all Indians want it to be. And when I asked Mr. Bahal what needs to be done with ONDC, then he said कि आप लोग बिट्स एंड एटम्स पर ध्यान दो, एटम्स को मत देखो, बिट्स पर ध्यान दो. तो आई सेड कि भाई मेरे लिए तो ये फ्रेंच है, आप बिट्स का भी मतलब पता है, एटम्स का भी मतलब पता है, बट ये आप बताओ आपके यहाँ इसका मतलब क्या होता है. तो व्हेन ही एक्सप्लेन, तो जो आज आप करने जा रहे हो वही बिट्स है. एंड जैसा अभी मैंने प्रभजीत जी से भी कहा कि पहले हम लोगों की बात होती थी उबर के साथ, ओला के साथ, और भी जो कंपनियां हैं कि उनके साथ कि हमारे आप ONDC को अपनाओ, become part of ONDC network. Now our focus is to see where are the complementarities, and I believe this is a great example of complementarity between Uber and our network. In fact, I was going to request Mr. Naga for two things, जिसमें से एक उन्होंने already कर दिया. I was going to request him that he should come forward for logistics, which he has already said. And I believe each one of us takes Uber sometime or other when going back from office late in night. And then you must be thinking, जैसे अभी ये मेट्रो का टिकट का हुआ, वैसे ही कुछ फूड का भी कोई व्यवस्था हो जाए, कोई अच्छे से रेस्टोरेंट से हम खाना ऑर्डर कर सकें, so that when we reach our home, food is there and I don't have to slog in the kitchen to prepare the food. So my next request is that you should look very seriously in the food business, but at the same time I will request ONDC also, Mr. Vibhor also, that they will come only when two things are met. The first is that their brand equity is not compromised. Uber is such a big company that for some money they will not compromise their brand equity. So we should be very, very careful and conscious how we will be working so as to make them proud of the ONDC network. And second but foremost, for what every business thrives is to have profits. So we need to understand the model should be such which should be profitable to Uber. And we are already in talks with almost hundreds of hoteliers, restaurants, association, and probably we will be very soon coming up with something on which Uber and other companies can work, and they should. And lastly, I will also say that apart from ONDC, I also look after startups. And in startups, you will be, Mr. Naga, very happy to know that India is among the third largest startup, and we at Startup India are trying to make it not only the biggest but the best startup ecosystem, and in which we need help of Uber, because when we analyze the startup ecosystem of US, we realize that it is the corporate houses like big companies which are promoting the innovation. So we will request the DPIIT is also.
A very good afternoon to all of you. In fact, it is a matter of pride and both great happiness that I am here addressing you at this moment where Uber along with ONDC platform is able to sell our metro QR tickets. In fact, this is in line with the service we want to provide to our customers. In fact, our vision is to make commuting experience in Delhi Metro a customer's delight. And this is one step towards that. So it is a great, in fact, occasion for me. And I thank ONDC and Uber for collaborating with us in this step forward. In Delhi Metro, as you all know, from the past 2 decades has come up as the lifeline of Delhi. It is because, I would say, of the team at Delhi Metro and also the commuters. Both know how to use metro, and metro has proven by providing punctual, reliable, safe and quality services to our, and all-inclusive services to our valued customers. We would at this point, I have already asked Prabhjit and Praveenji to, in fact, move a step forward in this direction, that providing seamless ticketing experience, a passenger should be able to book the last mile as well as the Delhi Metro ticket through a single click and through a single transaction, which they would definitely come up shortly. It would be a great help in this direction for our passengers, and he would be using the last mile. In fact, it would be very easier for him to move from his door, or rather door to door, I would say. And here, again, he would also get the options of what sort of ride he wants, whether it is a two-wheeler or a three-wheeler or a taxi or an AC or a bus. And along with that, so he has the options to choose, which is what we want, because we have passengers from a wide domain of society. So everybody's, and our endeavor is to meet everyone's requirement. And this would be a great step forward in that direction. I again compliment Uber, ONDC, and also my team DMRC for this achievement, and many more to come in future. DMRC has always embraced new technology for the convenience of people, our customers. And we are all open for getting, rather I am happy to share with you that in 2024, that is last year, in Transport Ticketing Global event at UK, we won the Digital Champions Award, DMRC. So I compliment my team DMRC for that. And with this, I just want to say that we should together collaborate with people and work for solutions which are best for our customers. And in this direction, once again, thank you to all of you, and Jai Hind.
This is just the beginning of Uber's journey onto the ONDC platform. You will see a lot more of this going forward this year and subsequent years. And as part of this initiative, we actually got a chance to work with the ONDC team, the Delhi Metro team. It was just a fun and an awesome experience. Each of their team operated like a startup, where we were able to reach to their team at any point in time, and we were able to get the support that Uber team wanted to really make this into a reality. So thank you, sir, and thank you. We want to first be thankful for all your team members who really made this to a reality, both your engineering team and an operations team. I want to take an opportunity to thank the Uber engineering team and the operations team to really make this happen. And I really want to thank all the government officials, the ONDC officials, and the media team here, the Delhi Metro team, and finally Uber team here to really, for your graceful presence for this event. And thank you. And please don't forget to use your Uber app whenever you're going to take your Delhi Metro going forward. Thank you.